Hey everybody, I'm back to work now after the snowstorm. The road's a mess. I waited for the roads to clear up a little bit. Yeah, it's like all screwed up. Yeah, the snowstorm hit us for like 2 days. We didn't get as much snow as Jersey, but we got a lot of snow here. The road's clear now, but the sides of the road's really bad. So I let some air out of my tires because that's the only way that, you know, if I get traction on the side. I didn't put my studs in this year because I didn't feel like dealing with studs. It's actually warm today. It's like in the 38. I guess if you can consider that to be warm. This is definitely dangerous though, because like the sides of the roads, you know, I'm not going anywhere near it because it's all messed up. Yeah, I got some air out of my tires so I can get the traction. But you can see how bad the sides of the roads are. Man, this is messed up. There's still some other riders out. A lot of scooters. All the Postmates and all those delivery drivers, they're out in full force. I haven't seen them been wiping out or anything. That's why I didn't go out yesterday because I saw some dudes on bicycles that didn't look good at all. Well, I didn't say I was gonna ditch in the bike lane, but I did because it's just looked too messed up in the road. Yeah, I gotta go down to 55th Street, but I just wanted to give you guys just a quick glance of how bad this is. Man, I was just about to ditch it in there, and it's all slippery. I'm not gonna go in there. That bus lane looked nasty. That would be a slipping, sliding without the spikes, without the studs. I don't know if it keeps snowing like this for the rest of the year. I'm gonna put the studs in because those just take all the guesswork out of it. The carbide tip studs, you just put them in and bam, you're done. You don't have to worry about nothing. Like this here, if I ditch it in there, man, without the studs, even with the studs, you got to be careful. You got to be going in a straight line. If you go in a turn and put a little bit of torque on the rear wheel, you're going to lose it. The studs are not infallible, but they do give you extra grip. The other thing you got to worry about with studs is the studs put too much grip on your rear tire. So what happens is your rear tire will grab too much, and then when you hit the gas, you'll tear the valve stem off your tube. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of the studs, because they actually give your tire too much grip. But I would say if you know that the road's going to be like this all the time, you'd have to do studs, because you're just going to lose it when you go to park the bike or something. The other thing you got to be careful when you ride a bike in this is actually something you wouldn't think of, but when you park, don't park on top of snow if you can avoid it, or get your tires clean before you go, because when you go to take off, if you lean the bike a little bit and there's snow in your tires, you're gonna lose it, which I have done. I mean, I've learned that from experience. That was a tight squeeze. And these guys are spraying hot water, huh? That should work. Man, what a mess. Dirty, ugly snow everywhere. I was in a rush. I didn't put my gloves on. So, you guys are going to get mad at me for not having gloves on. I'm not too talkative today because I'm really concentrating on looking at the road, because I don't have the studs in. So I let some air out of the tires to make them a little bit mushy, give me a little more grip. And that'll give me a little bit more grip when I have to ride over something, but it's not going to be perfect. These roads are, oh wow, that's bad. You just have to be really careful. I'm just looking everywhere in the road, because if I hit something, I'm going to have to go straight and not hit the brakes. Just engine brake. Because there's no other way to stop. You know, and if you're in that wet stuff on the side. By tomorrow, this should be totally clear. I probably should have just waited another day. And I was thinking that, but I got there's 2 service calls I got to take care of, so I couldn't wait. I didn't even really get a chance to check the whole bike out too, but it wasn't in the snow. I had it covered. But I noticed the clutch was a little sticky when I took off today. I guess that's just because it was so cold out that the clutch might have gotten frozen. Now it's okay. I guess the bike warmed up enough. But I've blown out a clutch when temperatures drop too low. I took the car out yesterday for a service call. I'm going to post that video. It was really terrible. I mean, I went down to a service call on 80th Street, and man, it was totally jammed. Like, no no parking anywhere. And the roads were totally screwed up. Yeah, so there was like, the roads were messed up. It was a lot worse than today. Yesterday when I went on that service call, I had to like bank my car onto a snowbank just to get in to a service call. I'll send that video. It was kind of cool. Definitely shows that there was no way I could have taken a bike out yesterday. The bike lanes are pretty clear, so that's why I just took that. Fairly clear anyway. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can see these huge piles of snow. This is actually much less than yesterday. Yesterday was a complete nightmare. Even going around with the car, there was just nothing available to ditch the car in, and I had a big problem. I'm going in the bike lane. I just can't take it anymore. I gotta make some progress to get downtown, and the side of the road other than the bike lane is totally messed up. So I'm just gonna take it slow in here. Oh boy. He almost lost it on that. I guess these are optional red lights. But you can see how the Uber Eats and Postmates, all that, they just take the bike lane. They don't even stop at lights anymore ever since Corona. It's kind of freaky. I wonder how long that's going to go on for. It's definitely weird, like seeing somebody like almost wipe out trying to make it through a red light. I don't do that because I don't want to get T-boned by a car. This is where you got to be careful making a turn like that. If you just whaled it around that turn, you might just totally wipe it out into the snowbank. At least they'll lay it down in the snowbank. It won't be too bad. As long as there's no fire hydrant behind it. It's going to knock your head. I don't drive too far like this. It's just too much. Just take it around the local Manhattan. I was just coming from 125th. It's not a complete nightmare like it would be if you're coming from Jersey. I don't go over the GW bridge like this. I go over the car only. Big bridges like that I stay away from until it's totally a little bit more cleared up, because this is just too much snow. But it'd probably make for an exciting YouTube video if you went around like on a CRF 250L light enough and just go around wailing all over the city. And if you do lay it down, it's not a big deal. But on the KLR, you know, I don't have crash bars on this, which I definitely should put crash bars on here. I saw those Happy Trails Tusk crash bars, and then there's one made in Canada that goes all the way around the front of the bike. That looks really cool. Oh boy, this looks sketchy. No brakes. Wow. Alright, this is going to be super fun.